How's it going, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson along with Khyree Jackson. Khyree, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
First of all, congratulations on your commitment to Alabama. How excited are you, to be joining this very dynamic class of 2021?
I'm definitely excited. Definitely looking forward to getting acclimated with some of the guys who've committed for this new class. Trying to keep the tradition going and definitely bring a national championship to Tuscaloosa.
Um, I mean, you're a junior college guy, one of the top cover corners. I have to ask you right away, is Alabama, are they recruiting you as a corner? I mean, I know you're a little bit bigger, so some people have asked, is he going to be a safety at the next level? So can you kind of provide a little bit of context to whether you're going to be a corner or a safety at Alabama?
No, they've been recruiting me purely a corner. Every conversation that I've had with Coach Saban, he says that he likes me as an outside corner, and saying that if we if the secondary definitely shows that we're a strong secondary, then he can see me playing a little bit of the star role also.
How much was Saban involved in the recruitment? And I mean, did you talk with him frequently? Did you talk with other coaches at Alabama?
I talk with Coach Saban, Coach Roach, and Coach Scott frequently. Not I talk to Coach Roach and Coach Scott almost every day throughout the recruiting process. Ever since even before I got the offer, ever since they started reaching out, so it definitely stood out a lot. It meant a lot in my recruiting.
What did you think about Coach Roach? Because he's from Alabama. Then he was at Ole Miss for a while. Now he's back in Alabama. He's defensive line coach. What'd you like about his recruiting style?
Um, I liked how he it seemed like every time he called it was meaningful. It wasn't like a call where he was just I wouldn't say just not really saying much, but it was just more so every time he called, he was trying to see how was I doing, how was my family doing, but then he'll see like what have I been doing to get better, what kind of workouts have I been doing, when am I going to school, classes, things of that nature. So
I wanted to ask you. I'm going to show some highlights of you right now. If you can just kind of talk to me about some of these plays, because one that I'm about to show you, it looks like it's a pick six, and then another one, you just blow this dude up. So can you talk to me about these plays I'm about to show you right now?
okay, cool. So right here we were in a cover three shell, but we were at the goal line over. But I knew that we were at the goal line and didn't have to back up really much because he didn't have far to go. So I just baited the quarterback in to make him think that the short route was going to be open. And then as soon as he seen me sink a little bit, I just broke. As soon as I seen him throw the ball.
Now on this one, you come up and I mean, obviously just bury the receiver. Talk about that hit right there.
Yeah, right there, we in a palms coverage, uh, which
Okay.
means like basically if number two immediately goes out, then I immediately shoot the number two, and I that's my responsibility. So number two did a bubble, I seen it, I shot it, and the rest is history.
Is that would you say that's one of your attributes? Coming to the next level is your ability to be known as a hitter. Are you known as a pretty physical guy out there on the field?
Yeah, I think definitely people when they see me, a lot of people think that I'm like more of a tall guy, like I don't like to bend or I'm not able to get low and tackle and things of that nature. So it's funny when people kind of underestimate, and that's why they get surprised a lot when I do hit them.
um, you chose Alabama. What other schools were in the mix as you got down to make your final decision? What other schools were recruiting you the most, kind of down towards the wire?
Definitely Oregon and Oklahoma. I had a strong relationship with Oklahoma the whole time throughout the recruiting process. Um, and Oregon, they were intriguing me with playing me a star role, which is kind of where Javon Holland plays number eight for them. So I like the versatility they have role, and they were definitely very consistent.
What about, I mean, in terms of, do you have any plans like, or at least know when you plan to enroll early? or at least enroll just at Alabama in terms of some sort of month in as we look to the rest of this season into 2021?
I'll be enrolling at the University of Alabama in May of 2021.
Okay, all right. Um, what when we look at kind of Alabama's defense, I mean, you have it looks like Patrick Surtain returning. You have Josh Jobe, Jalen Armour Davis. What do you like about Alabama's defense? And I mean, they've used junior college guys before, and they don't sit college guys on the bench. I mean, when you come to Alabama, usually as a junior college guy, you're coming to play. What do you like about their defense overall?
I feel like their defense, well, I definitely feel like their defense fits my play style. It's a lot of bump and run on the outside, whether or not if it's man to man, but even when they're mixing in coverages, it's still bump and run. You get to put your hands on the receivers. And then I feel like with Dylan Moses, their linebacker, it's definitely going to be very scary. And then hopefully, by the time I get there, hopefully them guys decide to stay one more year and then do something.
Have you talked to anyone else from the class of 2021 from Alabama?
I've had like some guys like retweet some things like as in they'll quote something like they'll put the roll tide and stuff like that. It hasn't been any big communication other than maybe a few little DMs and stuff like that.
I liked your commitment video on Instagram. Can you kind of talk about the backstory? Who put that together? I thought it was really nice. You talked about, the people who had helped you get to this level, the people who are kind of in your corner. Can you talk about kind of, who's in your corner and how excited your family is just that, you're at this point and now that you're committed to the Alabama Crimson Tide?
Well, the camera idea was my guy Jay Spinks. Jay Spinks 12. The one who came up with the video. Um, Turned out way better than I could have expected. People that's in my corner, definitely might keep my family and my few friends very close. Um, and that's about it. Like I just keep my family and friends close. Not a lot of new friends or new people I meet. Keep everyone at a distance at the most part.
What about, I mean, it's so weird now with, everything that's going on in the country. Um, in terms of, not having a season when you're going to play again. What are you doing training wise to make sure you stay at the top of your game so that when you're ready to come into Alabama, you'll be ready to go?
Well, I train Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday. Honestly, once or twice a day. It really doesn't matter. 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. I just make sure I find a way to get it in some type of way because you never know when you're gonna go back. Because I honestly just found out that I'm about to go back down to scuba down East Mississippi. I'm not playing in the season, but we are about to start working out. So I'm about to go down there more quicker than I expected. So you just always gotta be ready. So you don't gotta get ready.
Um, I mean, playing at the junior college level. I mean, how do you feel that helps your game to get to the next level? Because I think, people might have misconceptions about how good junior college football is, or they might not even seen junior college football. But you think that competition has got you ready for where you're going to go in the future?
Definitely, but I also feel like it is going to the University of Alabama definitely will be a step up from JUCO, but JUCO competition level it speaks for itself. You see a lot of top picks coming out of the junior college, so that speaks enough for it. But as in getting ready, like for the different levels and stuff like that, I think that's just gonna be that's just gonna have to come with time and me adjusting, getting on campus and picking up the speed of things. But football is still football at the end of the day, so you can't change that but so much.
Alabama, I mean, there's so much greatness, in Tuscaloosa. You have, Nick Saban, who's, the greatest coach. You have, guys going to the first round yearly. How excited are you just to be a part of that overall? Because I think, a lot of these guys, the kind of the Bama factor, what they sell at Alabama, I mean, it speaks volumes. I mean, are you excited just to get there and be a part of that?
I'm definitely excited, but at the end of the day, I have a goal and we have a goal as a team. Like I'm trying to go down there and win at the end of the day. Like I'm not just going down there for the all aspect. I'm going down there to do what I have set in my head and pursue the dreams that I have.
The Alabama has two new strength coaches, Dr. David Ballou and Dr. Matt Ray. Have you been in contact with them at all?
I talked to them one time on the Zoom, but I did hear that they're the best in the business, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting faster and getting stronger working with them guys.
Um, I, I think, when you kind of getting back to that Bama factor, I know when, and just speaking with you, it sounds like you want to just get there and get to business, but it also, must be nice to know that you're going to be around those type of facilities that Alabama has, from the new locker rooms, the new stadium at Bryant Denny, all that stuff. I mean, are you pretty excited about, being a part of that?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited to see the new facilities and things of that nature. When I seen it on the Zoom, I felt like I was already there seeing it. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to the new high tech things, and of course, that's always a bonus. And I know Alabama's waiting for an upgrade for a little minute, so it was definitely crazy. Like the time I committed is around the time that they got the upgrade. So it's
So when they were recruiting you, did they do like virtual tours, and what was that like? Was it weird? Did they like how do they show you?
yeah. So here's a funny story. Like the day I had my Zoom meeting, so Coach Roach just called me. He was like, Khyree, I just want to show you. Uh, what do you say? We just want to have a little. I want to FaceTime you and show you something. I was like, okay, cool. The FaceTime turned into a whole 2 hour and 30 minute Zoom call, and they ended up showing me the whole like new facilities and everything. And I seen the new locker rooms and stuff the day before the players got to see it. And I was talking to Patrick on the phone, like on the Zoom, and he was like, oh, yeah, he was telling me like, come on, like come join the family. And I was like, that played a little role. Like I just remembered, it just felt like that just felt good seeing how they were just showing love and things of that nature.
Now, you've talked with Patrick. I mean, he's a bigger corner as well, and a guy that's played the star, a guy that can play the corner. Would you say that maybe your game is similar to Patrick Surtain?
I think we definitely have like some similarities as in like with size and things of that nature, and like in the bump and run, he's a tall, fast corner also. But at the end of the day, you got corner, you got to have your own swag. So I think we both have our own little things that we like to do differently. So yeah.
Now I have to ask you. You got to see Alabama's facilities. How did that compare to Oregon? Because you mentioned that Oregon was also recruiting you heavily. I mean, Oregon's facilities. I've been there myself as well. I thought it was amazing. What was your take? I mean, kind of between those two programs.
But yeah, well, Oregon was the first Zoom call I ever had, and they showed me their facilities, and yeah, Oregon speaks for itself when it comes to the high tech things and the gear and all of that. So they definitely blew me away with that and showing me some of those things.
All right. Lastly, Nick Saban. I mean, getting the opportunity to play for somebody like that, getting to be mentored by someone like that, not only as a player, but as you continue to grow just as a person. I mean, what are your thoughts about Saban and getting involved and soon enough he'll be your head coach?
It's definitely an honor, and also knowing that he works with the DB specifically, like specifically corners, like that was just like the icing on the cake. Like this is the goat of college football coaching, and then he also works with the position that I play. So why not?
Yeah. Um, you have before I let you go, you've had so much support from a ton of Alabama Crimson Tide football fans. Is there anything like that you'd like to say to them?
I just want to thank all the our Road Tide fans, like for all the support. I can't get to every message that you all send on Instagram and Twitter, but trust me, I see it and I thank you all. Like it means a lot.
All right, and then where can fans follow you? What's your Twitter and your Instagram? Do you want me to send people to your Twitter or to your Instagram?
They can come to both Twitter and Instagram, both on the same name, real REAL_Khyree.
All right, definitely follow Khyree Jackson. A new member of Alabama's amazing class of 2021. I'm Kyle Henderson. You can catch all our coverage back at BamaInsider.com. Khyree, thank you very much for joining us today. We sincerely appreciate your time. Good luck as you continue to move forward. Hopefully, this isn't the last time that we have some dialogue. And again, just congratulations on a giant decision and being a member of the Alabama Crimson Tide dynamic class of 2021.
I appreciate that. Nice speaking with you.
All
Definitely
right.
looking
Thank you
forward to
so
speaking
much.
with you.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
All right. Take it easy, Kyrie.